There we go. Check, check, check. There we go. Okay, now we got everything up and running. So I just do commission. No. Primarily because I don't have a lot of commission at the moment. I like to advertise. I try to advertise where I can, and no one answers. So I just kind of do a little funsy stuff every here and there. That's really it. And since there was a lot of fun, there was a lot of success in the last couple art streams I did. I figured, you know, I may as well just kind of carry on with it, just kind of carry on with the idea and just kind of go with it as each stream goes. And then maybe if art streams pick up and I start getting more consistent commissions, then yeah, absolutely, I'll probably start doing those on stream as well. Actually, I think an art stream I had, not this last one, I think last week or so, but the one before that was actually a commission that I did, because I got one for once. But yeah. So apologies by the way if you didn't hear me before. I was just saying hello and just kind of general ideas for the stream. I didn't realize OBS decided to change my mic settings on me again and didn't say anything. So sorry about that. Just to refresh and just kind of go over those rules again for what happened, for what's going on. So basically, we're going to be designing an Orimeda, which is essentially a custom, brand new, never before seen Medarot Metabots design. That'll be based exclusively around a very specific generator that I made about a year and a half ago or so. That basically will give me a whole new idea for a kit and a theme, and then essentially you guys are going to basically take the idea and run with it. So obviously, as there's more viewers, there's more chat, and the more interaction there is, you guys are basically going to be figuring out the design, the theme, and the direction it's going. I'm just going to be putting the idea to paper. That's really it. Is it weird that I can't see Cross Messiah Comfort Black Cruise? I can kind of see it, primarily. Especially because they are of the same family. It's kind of hard to see that dynamic because they're based on the Black Twins, Black Beetle, and Black Stag. Understandable, yeah. So, yeah, let me go ahead and fire up that tab real quick. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's the generator. Not really fancy, but it's just something really simple. The whole idea behind the generator is it has basically every skill currently in Medarot S, so it has the entire library of skills. It has all the leg types, all the leg abilities. So basically anything that we have that's pumped out of this can basically be used if it were dropped straight one-to-one into Medarot S, no problem. Which ideally is the goal as an artist, to have your design made official by someone else. So let me go ahead and pull up that tab here. There we go, just so I can see it closer. Alright, so basically I'm just going to hit randomize on this about 10 or 11 times, and then if you guys like it, we'll hold on to it, and I'll write it down. If not, Gray the Amazing. Hey Gray, good to see you come on in again. Alright, so I'm just going to hit randomize on this a couple times, and then if you guys like what comes up, after I explain it, we'll keep it. If not, I'll randomize it again and keep going. So let me see, I'm going to scatter it. Oops. Alright, and stop. Okay, we kind of did a cartoon theme last time, so I'm going to kind of keep this one up and going. If it comes up with a theme that we've done before, I'm going to try to skip it too, because I know in the last one I did a cartoon theme as well, and I had a lot of fun doing that one with you guys. Okay, here we go. Now we got something. Let me see. We got a mythical theme with a kit of Restore, Terminate, Mobile Boost, Wheeled Legs, and the leg ability of Auto Guard. Okay, so I can kind of make do with... I can kind of make something work with that, but the leg ability is kind of weird. So, to explain this one, and see if you guys like it, it was really fun to look at. Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that one. I had a lot of fun. Now, I kind of actually went back to that one briefly, and feel kind of famous because I gave it a nickname. Oh yeah, like I said, that was entirely on you guys. All I did was just put it to paper. Now, there is actually one thing I did before, and actually I'm going to hide that briefly just so I can show you. I did actually go back and edit it, kind of, to a point, but I didn't really do a lot to it. All I really did was just add part names down here, because I realized about 2 or 3 days later that if I were to officially enter this in a contest, it actually needs names for each part. So that part I did on my own, but the rest of this for this whole design with J-Plane is entirely you guys. You guys all did this one. What Medarot type is your fave? I mean, people in chat, sorry, you can join if you want. Honestly, it's hard to say, because I have far too many favorites, and being a being the breakdown and the tinkerer here, I kind of have to remain unbiased. So it's kind of hard. But anyway, just kind of show you what I did here, just so you guys know what I did. Basically, I just gave them all part names based on what the design was. Head part, I named Classic Smile. Right arm with the radar sight, I named Find Everyone. Left arm, I named Crop Duster, and then legs, I named Classic Flyer. So, like I was saying, I realized about 2 or 3 days after the stream that if I were to enter this in a contest, it actually wouldn't be classified or counted because it didn't have part names. So I went back and fixed all that and just added those on there just so it was somewhere on the picture. But yeah, if we do have another contest come up, you guys can bet your butts I'm going to absolutely enter this one because you guys did great, and I think it should at least be shared for that very reason. Out of bias, love bug base and bird base. Oh yeah, that's definitely a really good one too. Lots of really common designs there as well. But yeah, I just had to show that to you guys real quick too, and I just made a very slight edit to it. I just gave part names, nothing more. But just to kind of keep you guys posted about it, that's all. Let me go ahead and start this up real quick, and then pull my generator back up. There we go. All right, let's get back to business and try something new. Actually, as I'm looking at this one, I'm not a really big fan. Let's go ahead and randomize this just a little bit more. It'd be really nice if I had this on like a roller wheel or something. I could just stop, but I'm not that I'm not that savvy in coding. Let me see and stop. Okay, here we go. So we have Silly, Longshot, Mega Gatling, Cross Shock, and Biped legs with the leg ability of Reversal. I don't remember what Reversal did. Give me just 1 second, because that's a relatively new leg ability. I gotta double check on that one. What is Reversal again? I think it was power success every time the user is healed. Okay, so basically to explain this one. Silly theme, so basically go nuts with that however you see fit. If you want to take it the cartoon route, you can, but silly is a very, very generic, very wide, broad sense, so take that and interpret it how you will. To explain the other skills, just so you have them. Long Shot is a shooting attack that gets damage plus relative to how far away the target is from you. Mega Gatling is a scatter-based attack that gets damage, gets a damage bonus if your legs remain intact. And Cross Shock is a melee type of attack that is a scatter, much like Mega Gatling, but it's an always hit and always critical hit. Biped legs, you got 2 legs, nothing special with that. And then the leg ability of Reversal grants a power and success boost every time the user is healed. So if there's a healer on the team somewhere that can benefit from that, they will be absolutely kicking it and killing things every single time they hit the field. So what do you guys think? You want to keep this one, or you want to scramble it a little more? I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about that while I'm checking some other things. Okay, so everything here looks good. You guys like it? You guys like this one? Alright, cool. So let me move this over here real quick and I'll write this idea down. So now that I'm in here, love to see it. Alright, so it looks like we got our goal then. So let me set up, oops, it's a little too dark. There we go, that's a little better. Go. I'm gonna write all these ideas down too, just so we have them on hand somewhere. I'll name this one ideas. Right. So, alright, cool. So the idea we had for this one... Oops. There we go. Okay, it was a silly theme. We had a kit of Long Shot, right arm of Mega Gatling, left arm of Cross Shock, had Biped legs, and the leg ability of Reversal. That's better. Okay, so here's our idea that we're gonna be cooking up. I'll go ahead and... Okay, that's still for now. Wait, what gender will it be? There is actually no saying. So if you guys want to make it male, if you want to make it female, that is entirely up to you guys. I'm just I'm just kind of going with it. There's no male-female with this one. So right now we're just kind of be building ideas. So obviously, we have 2 shooting attacks. Make it thicker. Gonna be a really silly looking gun, but it works. You have 1 melee attack. Have 2 legs. Okay. So this is what we got so far. So let me hear it from you guys. What are some ideas that you can think of for a silly theme that involves long range combat in a single melee skill? So it's gonna be entirely up to you guys essentially with this. And some ideas for silly things. It can be cartoon. It can be an outlandishly sized weapon or a gun or whatever the case may be. Like I said, it's a very broad scope. So you guys are the ones that are going to kind of put the ideas to paper, and then we'll kind of bring it to life. I'll look up some ideas for silly as well while I'm at it. Just kind of throw some ideas for a silly theme. A derpy dude, maybe memes. Alright, memes are not bad. As a possibility. Let me see. That's not quite what I'm looking for. Baton weapon that shoots toy-like bullets. What comes to mind would probably be a mime. Okay, I can see a mime. That's a possibility. Baton weapon that shoots toy-like bullets. Okay, so that's an idea as well. We could do something like that. Okay, so for a silly design, let's try that. Here's design, funny design. Okay, well that's not gonna help me any. That's fine. Alright, so let me go down here. Let me go into another color. Green for ideas. Alright, so you guys said derpy. Memes. Mimes. Baton weapon. All right, so we're kind of getting an idea here. What do you think? Let's keep developing this just a little bit more, because I'm kind of getting an idea here, but let's kind of refine it a little bit. So what are some other ideas for like silly that you can think of that you'd want to consider? While you're doing that, I'm gonna kind of do some searching of my own as well. Idea, themes, silly. Alright, let's look at that. Okay, well this doesn't... let me see. So I'm thinking something with a lot of bright colors, or a lot of strange colors. What do you guys think about that? Something that's not necessarily got a particular theme going on with colors like we did with J-Plane. Creative event themes, here we go, now we have something to play with. I'm not going to scroll through 10 pages. Jester or a clown. Okay, that's definitely an idea. Clown, jester. Let's do clown. That kind of gives us an idea. Something strange and zany. We've had a couple of clown types in this series already with Magical Perio and Mad Juggler, but not really something you see all too terribly often. So I think we could definitely expound on that pretty easily. Jester as well. Okay, so we're liking this idea. So... bad star. Hold on. There we go, that's better. We like the idea of a clown. Oh, let's see. We could do something with that. We could definitely do something with Clown. Clown, Jester. Let me see. So what do you think? Can you guys think of anything else that you'd want to see in this, or any other ideas you want to put to paper, or you guys want to see what we can make happen with this? All right, let me see. Yeah, because right now Googling is failing me horribly with trying to give me ideas for stuff, but then again, what else is new? It looks like you guys have a pretty solid idea going. We can make a derpy clown, maybe like a mime-like clown or something. Let's see. Okay. Add a new layer here and just call this guide. Let me see. Okay. Go to... Alright, so you guys said you like a clown design. It's got 2 legs. Let me think. So what kind of clown should we go for? Something with this with a traditional silly hat, or you want to do something a little more unique, like a kind of like a masquerade kind of clown? Because that might give us some ideas on the theme as well. Both are different. Clowns make fun of themselves, jesters make fun of others. That's fair. That's fair. That's good to know though. Jester. Okay, so we'll do a Jester then. Hold on, let me... I'll go ahead and clean that up and fix that. I appreciate the, ooh, okay, that's a big one. The clarification on that as well. I just kind of assumed they were one and the same. Masquerade would be interesting. Twist the Clown Jester. Okay, yeah, so Masquerade, I can add that as well. Jester... really like Masquerade. U-U-E-R-A-D-E. Okay, I think I spelled that right. That's fine. Alright, so we had to have an idea going of what we're looking for. Ah, mouse, work with me, thank you. Okay, let me see. So, let me see. Let me look at some ideas for Masquerade too while I'm at it, just to kind of get the creative juices going. Masquerade, mask designs. Alright, let's take a look-see here. Okay, some very ornate stuff. Lots of... Okay, I can see lots of checkerboard plaid-like designs. Lots of feather. Lots of very elaborate colors. Definitely make something happen with this. So let's try... Try to factor in design. Okay, so let me get... I don't want to do this. Let's just get my guidelines down. Let's do something flamboyant with the pose. You guys said you like the idea of a baton. That there. I'm thinking maybe. What do you guys think about the idea of like a kind of like a finger gun kind of thing for the right arm? Something silly like that, or you guys want to try to take this another way? I know in a lot of like silly themes or a lot of things like that, like finger guns are usually a pretty popular thing people like to portray with. Something kind of like. Yeah. This is just getting the pose down more than anything else. I'm also trying to solidify the idea in my head as we're going. Something... Oops. There we go. Agreeing on the finger gun. Okay, so you guys like the idea of a finger gun. So let's... Okay. There. Something kind of... Okay, that's bad. Hold on, let me try to redraw that a little better. Something kind of like that, basically. Then maybe we'll do like the tips of the... Do like the tips of the fingers as the barrels or something. Let me clean some of this up and throw some ideas together. Okay. With the idea of the baton, let's just kind of develop this as we go. So you guys want to do something silly like a streamer, like put a streamer on one or two sides? Or you just want to keep it as just a plain old stick that looks fancy? Or as another idea, because the idea is cross shock, which is supposed to be a very powerful attack. Where do you guys saw some making like a streamer? Okay, that works too. So how about, let me see. So let's try... Yeah, I'm kind of cooking this idea in my head. Okay, that's bad. Something kind of like that. What do you guys think? Or should it be a little more, menacing, imposing? That tab up because I can use it as a idea. Okay, so you guys are kind of liking this idea. We're going somewhere. We're gonna make this happen, guys. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna make this happen. All right, let me see. So usually a lot of jesters like to wear like really baggy clothing. So what do you guys think about the idea? Really baggy or like really silly looking. So what do you guys think of like... Something like that for the arms. I want. Aggie looking sleeves that resemble an accordion sleeve. Okay, now we're cooking. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I like that idea. So let's back that up a little bit. We like accordion style sleeves. Getting our idea to paper more than anything else. A lot of tongue sticking out. Okay, we could do something like that too. Let's keep working our way around. I'm thinking something maybe... That's not what I want. I'll come back to that in just a second. So, Buffy. So, let's do... Do something like that for the add the coat tape. Should do like a vest or something. What do you guys think? Like a vest, or should we do something a little different for the torso? Some ideas for masquerade and see what. This would connect well with the rest of the body. That's what I'm thinking too, but I want to take a look at some other ideas. Let me see. The idea of a lot of jesters also have that really funny little headpiece that goes around their shoulders. Maybe we can include that as like a neck piece. Yeah, like a vest. Okay, so we'll see what we can make happen. I'm trying to envision a particular idea in my head, but it's not translating correctly. So let's try this. Let's make the vest in different pieces, though, kind of like a layered. So let me clear out some of these guidelines I'm at it, because we won't need this. I have a particular idea in mind, and I'm starting to kind of lose track of where I'm at with all the lines. I don't need all of them, just the main ones. Close enough. Alright, so let me go back and... Cue balls the end, the shoes, and the sleeves. Okay, oh yeah, definitely. We need those. Definitely need that idea. Can't be a clown or a jester without the little jingly bits on them. That is the idea that we're going for here with silly. Kind of like that. Balls on here too. Sweet. Okay, so let me see. With the idea of the jester masquerade, I'm gonna keep the inside the torso relatively simple, but it's gonna be mostly covered. Project Andrew, Waluigi. All right, we're getting somewhere. All right, let me see. I also like the idea of those collars, those Renaissance collars. You guys know which ones I'm talking about, right? You guys think we could probably use something like that, or you want to use something else going working our way up the face? Okay. Draw Waluigi. I might. I'll save that for a maybe if we finish this design early, I might do that and just do like a funny doodle of him. Maybe we'll do something like that. It's funny because we started thinking on the whole jester theme, and now I have the world revolve. Oops, and I have the world revolving going through my head. The scarf, so I like that. What do you guys think? Something kind of like that, or you want to make it more poofy? We'll Our Jartan Shingata style. I don't know. The way this design's shown up, it might just end up in Shingata style. Because we have a silly theme with long shot, mega gatling, cross shock, biped legs, and reversal. We already have a really silly theme idea, really silly idea here as it is. All right. So what do you guys think on the collar? Kind of like this idea I'm going, or you want to make it different, make it poofier, or change the style? Okay, so we'll hold on to this idea for now and kind of play with it. So for the mask, they said the masquerade mask, which is kind of the really big crowning piece here that we're looking for. So you guys want to try something like a full size mask, or you want to do just the eye mask in particular, and then make that the main make that the main selling point? Because that'll kind of determine which way that we kind of want to take this idea. We do a whole face or just the eye mask? Which do I like better? I could honestly go either direction. I'm not particularly picky, but if you guys would rather see like maybe the eye mask or something, I wouldn't mind. But it's completely up to you guys. But then again, we can also kind of extend it as we go as well. I'm thinking maybe... Let me get some ideas on those two. So usually something really flashy. Something kind of like... Made a little wide. Hold on. Yeah, the eye mask. That's what I'm figuring too. Something that's a little more iconic. Plus it allows us to be able to cover the face a little easier. Don't have to focus on other bits of the face. So you guys, so here's another idea as well as I'm kind of putting this idea together. Hold on, let me... Here. What do you guys think? Something kind of like this for the hat. Sun and moon at tip of the mask. That'd be an idea. Maybe we could make the hat something like that. So kind of like a sun and moon kind of thing. Like maybe something kind of like that. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's a really solid idea, though. I didn't think of that. So let's do something else here as well to help it stand out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this line. I'm going to make the hat meet the mask. I'm thinking some other bits, too, like maybe some feathers or like a... What are those bits that go off the sides of the mask? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Especially with like a lot of like Renaissance or Masquerade type of masks, like that little bit that kind of goes up like that on the mask. So maybe we could do one going down, like one going up, kind of like that kind of thing. Or you guys want to try to think of something else that has an idea? Yeah, keep that line. Yeah, something kind of like this, essentially. There we go. Honestly, this is kind of giving me Knights. That's it. Knights. You guys remember Knights or heard about Knights? Knights into Dreams. And maybe. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting from this too, but I like it. I dig it. What do you guys think? I'm thinking maybe like a let me think. Thinking maybe it's some kind of like plaid design down the legs. Kind of give them some pattern. Down. Have the body be different. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was figuring. Like kind of like a plaid design for the pants. Maybe we'll do. Let me think. Something like buttons. Do like a. You do like plaid. Just do straight stripes. Do like straight stripes for the vest. And then maybe for the hat, we could do like a bunch of moon symbols on this one and a bunch of sun symbols on the other. Bad drum. Do that again. Like that, because the accordion style on the sleeves is already going to be kind of standing out on its own, so I don't think we need to do anything different on that one. Something kind of like this. Ironic color. The moon side is yellow and orange, the sun... Let's see. Moon side is yellow and orange, sun half be blue and purple. Okay, so we got kind of like an inverse color kind of thing. I like that. I like that idea. We'll hold on to that one. So we kind of like this idea that we're going with it. We have a bunch of different styles and themes that we're going after as well, which I really do like. I think this is going to be a really creative design when we're done with it. Let me think. Like that, just so it stands there. Okay, so here's a question. Here's one more question for you guys, because I know I see a lot of jester hats with like the two little bits on the end. You guys want to add maybe like a third one on there or something else, or you just want to keep it at the two? I think yes. Continue watching. Thank you. I think I'm done with that one for now. I see a lot of jester caps and a lot of jester masks with like 2 or even more than that at like 3 or 4 or 5. Maybe the third being a star. Okay, that's an idea. So we could do something like... kind of like that, basically. Maybe a solar eclipse. Ooh, a solar eclipse. Now that's an idea. Because, yeah, we got the sun and moon on both sides. That is a really solid idea, actually. Really, really good. So let me... hear this line. Kind of like that. Like each one can be a different extension of like how much of an eclipse. Something kind of like that, basically. Alright, so what do you guys think? Anything else that we should change to this, or you think we got ourselves a concept? And while I'm at it too, add another idea here for the color. Yeah, I'm liking this. You guys came up with something real creative here. I think we're gonna have a really good idea on our hands. I'm gonna increase the size a little bit here, just so I have some space to work. I'm gonna shift it over, just go right there. All right. And one other thing I want to do as well is I want to get some colors going on this thing, just so we have an idea of where we're gonna take this. Will be blue and important. Okay, so we got yellow and orange, we got blue and purple. Let me get those down real quick just so I can get some ideas on colors. Just want to get some, I don't know what artists call them, color swatches. Oops. What? Purple, not pink. Kind of like that. I add a little bit of white in here too. A little black and white. That's a pretty iconic color scheme. Let me see. What else do I see? Let's do some brown for the accordion style bits. What color is the face going to be? So I'm thinking for the face, it's just going to be like a blank white, because I see a lot of like gestures, or even like with the mime idea you guys had before, like it's just a blank white face, because a good chunk of it is going to be covered by the mask and the cap. Plus, having black and white as a solid base color for things usually doesn't hurt anyway. Let me get this out. No, it's a little too vibrant. Like that. What do you guys think the color for the vest should be? Actually, hold on. What do you guys think the color for the vest should be while I'm working on filling in some other colors here I might use? Let's see. I'm thinking like a... I'm thinking a green somewhere. Maybe like a kind of like a pink, like a green pink for the stripes, or you guys want to try to go for another color? The lighter version of the yellow and blue, or lighter blue. It's a possibility. That's an idea. So like a yellow and blue for the vest, which would actually tie it together really nice, because we like the sun, moon, and eclipse idea for the cap. So let's do that. So we'll do yellow, kind of like that, basically. And about covers it for the colors, unless there's something else you have. How about an eye color? What do you guys think the eye color should be on this? Because essentially we're going to be having like some very clean eye visors here for the face. What kind of color should we do for that? Should we do something that stands out like a green? Or maybe we could do something like polychromatic or heterochromic as an idea, because kind of like what they did with Cross. Here. Yeah, kind of like a green eye. Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. Something kind of like, maybe not that bright. Let's kind of like that. Green, red, or pink and cyan. Pink and cyan. Okay, that's an idea. Hold on, let me take a look at some. You know what? I'm kind of liking the pink and cyan. I'm kind of liking that as I look at it. Or we could do green and cyan. What do you guys think? Should we do pink and cyan? Should we do green and cyan, green and pink? Got some really good ideas here. Pink and cyan, green and cyan. Okay, so obviously we both like... So obviously we all like cyan. We obviously all like that one, which is a good color base. I'll tell you what, let me pull up a 50-50 on here real quick. Let me see what I think of that. Loading spinner, spinning wheel. Wheel of names, here we go. Oops, no. Picker wheel, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so we have two choices. We have pink and cyan. We have green and cyan. Right. You know what? Just for kicks, let's do cyan pink on here as well. Just to add an extra level of craziness with this. Alright, so we got a 30% chance for each. I'm not gonna reveal the wheel or anything here, but I'm just gonna kind of spin it here. So our final choices so far for this are cyan and pink for the eyes. We have green cyan for the eyes, or pink cyan. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel and see what we end up with. Survey says... pink cyan. Alright. So it likes both of these. But still, those are some good color ideas, though. That was a really good idea there, putting those together. We kind of like this idea. These will be our base colors. And we'll kind of expound on these as we, We'll expand on those as we put the design together. Keep that going. Okay. Honestly, though, I like this. This is gonna be a really good concept. I think we got something really nice cooking up here. So let's... Right. Line. And what I'm gonna do as well... Actually, I'll do the darker colors as we... I'll improv on the darker colors as well. Close that. Okay, so... 8 down. I'll just add these as I go, because we're gonna be having a lot of different colors here that we're working with. It'll be kind of hard keeping track of all of them. Alright. See for that. let's... Not there. Need to use this line. Let me just redo those last two fingers. There we go, that's a little better. Kind of like that. Alright, if you guys ever think of any other ideas as we go, by all means, literally just tell me. Shout, stick it in chat, shout it out, and we can cook with this idea as we go. That is the ultimate goal behind it. Is we are simply this is a community project, a group project that we are putting together, and my only job in this is just putting you guys' idea to paper. One other minor note, by the way, in case you guys do end up hearing it, if you guys do hear dogs barking in the background, just kindly disregard. The pups are kind of on and off today, so don't worry about it too much. They are a thing pups will do. Oh no, they're dogs. We just use the I just use the term pups lovingly. I have one that's like 10 years old, going on 11, and she's the absolute diva of the house. And then you have our other one, which is about five going on 6, I think, here pretty soon. And she's just the absolute gremlin of the house. It took a while for the older one to get used to the idea of the smaller one being in the house, though. She did not really appreciate her being in her space initially. Then again, the older one is also kind of grouchy at times too, so... That's good. Oh no, they tolerate each other now. They get along pretty nicely, and it's not really a big issue anymore. It's just initially it took a while for our older one to kind of pick up the idea. Oh, this small one is not going anywhere. I guess I should probably learn to start playing nice. They're absolute sweethearts, though. They got used to each other after a while. So here's a question. You guys think the collar should be white like the rest of the face, or should make it another color? Because normally I see those collars as like a standard white. And that'll kind of help us shape the torso as we move that direction. I'm matching it with the sleeves. Okay, I could see that's a possibility, so I'll keep it with the brown and see where it goes. Let's make the collar a little wider too while we're at it. Kind of like that. What do you think? What do you think? Should we keep it the same color as the sleeves? Stick with that, or do we want to change it up? We're gonna be having a lot of very diverse coloring on this guy when we're finished with it. Or girl, if you guys decide you want it to be female. Actually, now that I think about it too, as I'm thinking of the other clown Perio types that we have, I think they're both male. Yeah, because Magical Perio was the original in 1, and he was male, and then we got Mad Juggler in Girls Mission, which also is male. What do you guys think about making this one female? You don't have to give me an answer right away, just an idea to think about as we're cooking up here. Kind of like that, basically. This actually... Okay, we... This... Oops. Front. I guarantee, with the way this is going, I'm gonna be having World Revolving. I'm absolutely gonna be having World Revolving in my head by the time I finish this. I probably don't want to stick it on the. I don't want to stick it in the music bot though. I don't want to get like copyright struck by anything. Not that I really don't think Toby Fox would care, but you know, better safe than sorry is my guess. Let me think. What do we want to make the baton? Well, let's do. Let's do the black for the baton, or at least for the stick. Make this. Do the other direction. Let's see. This we can make. I'm thinking as well, we'll do some gold. Gold. And tips. So here's an idea, because just to cycle in the sun and moon idea you guys had before. Let's use the orange. OMG. Top banner. To bottom. Need a darker blue. I can draw that a little better. I'll just expand. That. See. Kind of like that. Then I can put like little suns and moons on it as I color it and put it together. Wow. Like a spinning baton kind of theme. Yeah, this one might be. Okay. I might do as well. Doesn't kind of make it stand out. I drew that on the wrong layer. Of course I did. Common blunder of art. Drawing on the wrong layer. Okay. Proper layer. Just got here and we'll be lurking. Nope, lurking's 100% fine. Not a big deal, my guy. We're just designing a custom Medarot, or an Orimeda as they're called. The design that we settled on was a Masquerade Jester type, and I'm actually really liking the direction you guys are taking this. Honestly, it was as fun as the last one I did, where you guys designed J-Plane. Oh. Kind of like that. I'll probably just color all those in all the way and just make them. Okay. Okay, so the vest, you said you guys like the idea of like a two-tone yellow or. Oh, let me see. Or yellow-blue, I should say. I'm sorry. Let's start with the darker blue first. Work our way down. I had a really neat idea for the vest too, where I was gonna make it like segmented. So like there'll actually be like plates attached to the body and not like the body itself. Maybe in up here at the top. Like that, essentially. Back up. Oh, there we go. A straight line for a second, that'd be great. Draw those. Come on, work with me, and there we go. Okay. Like that. Let's keep the base of the body white. Actually... gold. The gold colors. Good so far. Yeah, I'm liking the shape of this. It's coming along really nicely. Like that, yeah, kind of like that. I like this way this. Oh. I'm thinking about making the pants like monochrome, like monochrome black white with the diamond pattern. What do you guys think? Then make the make the shoes like the gold. Or you guys have another color in mind? Honestly, it's coming along pretty nice. Black, white, diamond pants. I'll probably extend the tail coat, the coat tails as well into the blue. To make them stand out a little bit more. Change. I like this design a little better. I'll be able to keep the robotic theme a little bit better. I almost forgot for a minute. Also, while I'm working on this, if you guys want to kind of keep an eye on it and start shooting off some name ideas too for this thing, I can tinker around with them in DeepL and see if we can make something work. Gestra. Yeah, that's an idea. We're getting some ideas on the books. Mark Eclipse, Eclipso. Those are also really solid ideas. Those are really good ideas for sure. If you guys want to keep cooking those up while I'm working on this, we can definitely try to settle on something. Since we're making it female, add a little bit of a heal to these. Medarot on the anime. Yeah, the anime has definitely tied a lot of people together, and that's what's honestly made it so great. Is it's always been such a timeless thing, and I even said that when I guested on Sane's channel this last week on their Zatsudan, and we talked about all the nostalgia stuff, and it's great. I made a comment on there too, saying that the voice actor for Metabi, Joseph Motiki, great guy by the way, absolute cinnamon roll. He even made a comment saying that was definitely like one of his favorite roles, and he was saying if they ever were to reboot the series or bring it back to the West finally, and they were looking for a voice actor for Metabi, all they have to do is ask him. I'm more than certain there's probably a little more red tape behind just saying, yes, I'm in for it, just sign me up, but, you know, the sentiment's there, which is nice. Let's do something unique. Ooh. Black one on this boat. White on that. I don't mind if I make an anime related to Cross Messiah. Honestly, and that's been a topic for a lot of discussion too, even in our community Discord, is like, what would they do with it? if they were to like reboot the series or kick it back up. And a lot of the really popular options that people came up with that we liked were either rebooting the series entirely with new protags, and Medarot is definitely at no loss at possibilities for protags, or they would find a way to reboot the original. I think rebooting the original is one of those things that they said they really didn't like the idea of initially, but like I said, they have a bunch of different protags they could pull from if they wanted to if they wanted to make a new, if they wanted to start completely new. So they've got lots of source material. No, I think it might be easier if I do this another. I'm doing this the complicated method. Explain why the OG metals are made by aliens. No, not really. I think the best way it was described, because I actually had a chance to ask Miss Hirado Kana on the origin of Medarot, because I asked her, but I still want to host an actual episode that I do called What is Medarot, and basically just kind of go into the whole history behind the lore bits and everything like that. And according to her, who, as a friendly reminder, is the story writer for Medarot, like she's the one who brought all the characters to life between Medarots 2 and 4. According to her, Medarots were a gift to humanity by mankind, and from there, it's kind of up to humanity. If they want to make them a friend to humanity, which is what the aliens wanted, that was entirely up to them. But alternatively, they also had the power to destroy humanity. So, kind of left the choice in our hands, and if that were done in today's society, I guarantee that probably would not have been the smartest move on the aliens' part. At that point, you know, if I were part of that meeting and they say, we want to give you this race of sentient beings encapsulated in metals, and you guys, if you guys want to make them the friend to humanity or the end of humanity, that's up to you. I'm like, my guy, I think you might want to reconsider your generosity. Or the war on the home and how it started. Yeah, that was another really big question a lot of folks had too, was like the 10 Days of Darkness, which is a really popular question a lot of people had, was what exactly was it, you know, what did it entail, who was involved, and what was the end result of it? And the series itself really isn't clear. Like, they mention it as a thing that happened, but then, like, they proceed to almost never hint at it or mention it anywhere else again. It makes it really hard for continuity for continuity's sake, for people that are lore hunters that try to figure out what happened. Oh, they do. They absolutely have a very interesting lore to them. It's just trying to figure out that lore. That's the question. Sound. Yes, keep. Yes, please. Thank you. And actually, one of our members in the community fairly recently, like the last couple months, found a really interesting bit and spent time translating it. It was an original timeline that was found and translated in an old article from the early Medarot 1. And it was honestly wild, the kind of things that came out of that. Like, it came down to like who was involved, who invented all the different patents and the technology that went into them. It was crazy, the stuff they put in there. Who was in, whose story started and when. Which colors here again, real quick. Tell you what, in just a minute, I can actually read off some of that, because it's honestly really nuts, the kind of the detail that went into it. Yeah, I'll just leave that as is. Let me dig in our Discord real quick, and I'll pull that up and read it off to you, because it's honestly crazy the things that came out of that. Let me see this channel. Wow, that was a while ago. Let me see. Okay, let me see. There's a video on YouTube that talks about the anime, and the guy talks about the people who made it. Yeah, I think I know which video you're talking about. I think there's a handful of those currently on the internet. I know there's one or two that actually had the opportunity to interview Joseph Motiki and kind of get his take on it as the voice actor. So I think I have an idea of which one you're talking about. And Cross Messiah in it, one was supposed to end the war but fails. That's a possibility too, because a lot of things change, you know, as new bots and new lore come out. But according to this, anyway, the official canon lore, anyway, of Medarot, which is great, starts all the way back from 1938 in universe. So geologist Tamezo Nimosaku obtains patents for an approval for technology related to a hexagonal numismatic stone. His son, Suiko Nimosaku, is also born this same year. 39. World War II begins. Japanese military develops giant robots called Mothers to use as weapons, but all 27 prototypes fail. Rumors say that 28th Mother was created, but the truth is unknown around this theory. 1945. World War II ends. 1947. A spaceship crashes in Roswell, New Mexico. 2 Medarots inside. Both were heavily damaged by the impact. Humanity and Medarots interact for the very first time. 1952, Adam Akibara, also known as Dr. Medarot, is born. 1966, Taihi Nimosaku, the grandson of Tamezo Nimosaku, is born. 1973, Taiyo, who became the leader of the captain of the Select Defense Force and Robo leader Typhoon, is born. In 76, Dr. Adam Akibara, at age 24, introduces 6 robot prototypes that can act with the stones found by Nimosaku, age 63 and 38. Now called metals, 1 month later, Kakashi, 43, and Taiyo, at age 3, take 4 of the prototypes to steal toilet paper. Thanks to Tetsuya Omiya, age 24, Akibara's classmate, and his reinforced parts metal cannon, Power Ochitsuker, were equipped on prototypes 4 and 5. The models were recovered, except for prototype 0, who lost control and had to be destroyed. Omiya would become the principal of the Ginjo Elementary, the school where Hikaru, Ikki, and their friends study. Kakashi, like Taiyo, would join both the Select Defense Force and the Robo Gang as Suzume. In 93, Dr. Medarot, at age 41, invents the muscle cable, which is the main component of the Tinpeds. 1996, unfossilized metals start being found in Japan. During the following months, they start being unearthed all across the world. 1998, Dr. Medarot, at 46, invents the neuron fiber resin polyester, also known as the NFRP, another main component of meta parts. In 2000, turn of the century, development of robots using metals as brains begin. They are known as metal robots, or Medarots. 2001, Medarots are released. Hikaru Agata and Yuki Nimosaku are born. 2002, the global robot boom. Medarots spread to the general public. Reflecting this growth, Robattle Research Co. Limited, a branch of the Murasame Research Institute, is established. 2004, multiple crimes using Medarots occur, linked to Robo Gang. Select Defense Force is launched to counter these acts. 2006, the first World Robattle Championship, the WRC, is held. In 2008, incidents related to stray Medarots start appearing around the world. 2009, Dr. Fushihara, age 84, known as the Insect Professor and mentor of Dr. Medarot, develops the SLAF system, SLAF, the basis of a Medarot's self-repair. The Robo Gang attacks his house months later, and Dr. Fushihara goes missing. The events of Hikaru Agata of Medarot 1 begin this same year. 2010, the incident known as the 10 Days of Darkness occur, and the Robo Gang take control of most Medarots worldwide. However, they are stopped and captured thanks to Hikaru and his friends. Defective Medarots are collected. Further note, from this point onward, the canon begins diverging. Navi timeline considers the three mangas as canon: Medarot Rintaro, Medarot R, and Medarot Navi. Events will continue from this continuity. In 2011, Rintaro is born. 2012, new metals with anti-runaway systems are released, and a second robot boom begins. 2013, a Medarot's registration system is established. Medarot ownership is now licensed. Ikki Tenryo is born in 2013. 2015, a Medarot management satellite is launched. No further details given. In 2020, the Medarot series is launched and develops further advancements on security systems. We are in the wrong timeline already because all we got was a global pandemic. 2021, Rintaro wins the Koshien Medarotter tournament at age 10. 2022, Ikki meets Metabi and the events of Medarot 2 begin. Later, the airship Fayun surfaces thanks to Dr. Hebereki's actions, but is stopped by Ikki and his friends. Plan X is activated and a global metal incident occurs. Medarots attempt to retrieve the X metal hidden on the moon to awaken the Lunar Mother, but fail. 2023, Robattle Research develops the Navi System operating system. 2024, the Space Park Cluster is completed and open to the public, but ends up adrift in its navigation after its navigation system fails. The events of Medarot Navi begin. Kazumi Asano, who is inside the cluster, meets Mistral, the Medarot from Jupiter. With the help of his friends, manage to return the cluster to Earth. Yeah, we are definitely in the wrong timeline, guys, because about this time, the cluster space station goes adrift and the events of Medarot Navi begin. Like, really? Like a whole fully working experimental study space station around the development of Medarot. I mean, granted, I wouldn't want the idea of being lost in space either, but, you know. Details. 2024 to 2027. Strange events occur in Omikuji and nearby areas, leading to the awakening and rampage of one of the mothers. The events of Medarot 3 begin. Later, the Heavenly Kings, the Vermilion Bird Shuri Akagane, White Tiger Hakuma Shirakabe, Black Tortoise Kokuen Yoiyami, and the Azure Dragon Mizuchi Yami Kumo challenge Ikki and his friends. Other events occur, such as the assignment of Ryoko Yamikumo as the teacher at Ginjo Elementary, and the kidnapping of Karen Junmai. The events of Medarot 4 also begin in this same time span. 2026, Koishimaru Tensan moves to Susutaki Village and joins the Medarot Club. This is the events of Medarot 5. 2027, Secretary Ito Arukune's plans are revealed after interrupting a row battle between Koishimaru and Hiko Tamayasu. She planned to degrade Mayor Densuke Tamayasu to access his mansion, develop a special metal with a perfect replica of a human's personality, so she could stay with her partner Medarot, hardness 10, forever. A series of events make her accept that Medarots and humans will part away one day, but their bonds are always eternal. 2033, the Pioneer sinks. The Robo gang returns to crime. Ikki Tenryo gives Azuma Amakura his first Medarot. The events of Medarot DS/7 begin. The Robattle Research sends Isoka, a Kuwagata Bison prototype, and Littner, a marine healer, to research mission alone on the moon. In the year 2040, Isoka goes missing and all signals are lost. And we never hear from them again. That's literally the entirety of the actual canon timeline of Medarot that was discovered recently, and that was honestly huge. Like, there was a lot of holes in timelines as to where things fit, but honestly, that filled in a whole lot of holes. That was honestly amazing to read. Could be worse. Medarot could cause dimensional rift, breaking barriers between... Okay, let's be real. If a dimensional rift opened up like that to a reality, almost 1-to-1 of ours, but with Medarots, I would jump in immediately. Like you wouldn't even have to ask me. I'd be gone. You guys would order, hey, where'd Kuura go? He's long gone. He's in a whole dimension where he belongs. Sorry, guys. The MNN carries on, but not in this reality if that continues. But anyway, yeah, it was honestly huge to hear about that and get that. Same would probably jump there too. Yeah, let's be real. Anybody would, especially in this day and age with the way the political system's been developing. I'm not going to jump too heavily on the politics train, because we know we all come here to escape politics, but let's be real. If a dimensional portal opened up to anywhere, we'd probably be the first batch of people to jump in, regardless of where it's going. Alright, I kind of like the idea for the pants I'm going here. I'm going to keep this where it's at. One thing I don't like, though, is the gold on the body, so I might change that. I'll make the body black. Let's make it easy. You kids might send Medarots to school in their place. Okay, well, that's fair. That's 100% fair. Luckily, though... Oops, I drew this on the wrong layer again. Really me. Luckily, though, there actually have been a lot of counters to that to prevent kids from doing it, such as say like schools that prevent Medarots from being on the premises at all, or within a certain distance of the premises. Medarot 9 in particular actually took it to a whole new extreme, and they actually offer classes like advanced row battle study classes that kind of teach the Medarots and their handler to learn to operate as a team. Clean this up a little. Also, as just a friendly note, if you guys want to read that timeline on your own, and if you want to look it over in detail later, it is actually pinned in the Medarot's Discord. It's like, because that's information is definitely not being lost easily, so you guys can find it there if you want to study it on your own or talk about it later. That's literally just where I read it. I had to pull up the pinned comment on it. Okay, so I like where this is going. Which would you like to have as a partner, Medarot? Well, that's kind of obvious because I have Copper Cross. So I don't really have to answer that question. Or I don't really have to elaborate. A lot of other really interesting questions people had would be like, what would be the likelihood of casualties by Medarots 2? And a lot of folks actually answered that because they follow the same... Because even Miss Kana actually confirmed that Medarots follow the 10 laws of robotics, much like that was designed by Isaac Asimov. In fact, even later said that she was inspired by his laws of robotics, and later retooled them, repurposed them into what would be known as the principles that kind of determine how Medarots behave, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do with their programming. So lots of really in-depth story, and I really love when story writers do that and kind of try to find a way to justify everything in universe and explain it. I love it when they do that. Okay, so now for the fun part. This is a fun design, honestly, guys. I like where this is going. This is going to be really fun to color and put together. Let's head shape on. I'm planning on making the mask like the monochrome black-white too. Oops. Help it stand out. Pokemon for kids with taste. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. I know which one you're talking about. Quite the line I'm looking for. Quite get that one. There we go. That's better. That's what I'm looking for. And a good chunk of this face line is going to disappear. I just needed it to set where I'm putting things. Right, the one I'm looking for. I like the direction of that. I like this direction with the mask. Need to hide a little bit more of the face. Easier. What color did I draw that on? I drew that on the black layer. Of course I did. Ah, man. Alright, well, that's fine. I'll fix it. I'd much rather things be on their proper layer. But at least I know what I'm doing with it. You know, as I do art streams, I wouldn't be shocked if we just start putting a timer on these. Like, how many times can Kuura draw on the wrong layer? Alright, let's try this again on the right layer this time. Let's see. People would watch the anime and get into the game series as a whole if they knew all these new popular anime that focus on the... Yeah, 100%. No matter out of luck. Hunting for games after I found one of the GBA's. Oh yeah, definitely. I 100% agree. Like, it's... I use the term cult classic, but I'm not kidding with it either. Where, like, if you didn't know it existed, you probably would have gone your whole life and never realized it. But then once you do... It's like a whole treasure trove of information that no, black that you would that opens up a whole new world to you, and it's great just the kind of things that you learn in it, like just like I said, like with the timeline of what actually happened canonically, like it's honestly amazing, and the reason why it's considered a cult classic is because it just didn't have the same weight as, say, like Pokemon or Digimon did. And it struggled to hold up in the whole monster hunting, monster farm kind of thing, and it hurt for a while. Plus, when certain titles came out and they hurt their sales numbers, you know, that didn't really help either. Well, the anime knew there was something I'd love to look into. Yeah. Plus, it doesn't really help either because if you look at the game continuity, the manga continuity, and the anime continuity, they're all like three completely different things. And they really don't make any effort, with the exception of like one or two specific points that are like central to a plot point, or something that really bends on a specific explanation. They don't really reference each other a lot, and as a result, it makes it hard to keep track of what's actually like real and what's not, or what's an actual fact. Which also explains why for years we had so many plot and argued of so many different plot holes. Like for instance, with Hikaru, I mean, yeah, it's canon that he became the Phantom Retort, and he worked to kind of keep the rare metals out of enemy hands and collect them forcefully. But it never really explained like what happened to his partner Metal Beetle, who later was confirmed essentially to be the Arc Beetle he was using. And the most popular headcanon that I've heard when I asked a friend about it was after Hikaru smashed Metal Beetle's metal and closed the 10 Days of Darkness, Dr. Medarot was able to help him rebuild his metal, kind of, but because it was still so fragmented when they were able to repair it, he basically became a vegetable. So like he was still sentient, like he would still respond and listen to orders, but he was not the same sentient Medarot that Hikaru was when he got him. Kind of like how when you have like a brain injury, you're never quite the same as you were before. Kind of like that, basically. Okay, let me go back down real quick. A couple. For 5 minutes, what did you miss? Not really, we were just talking about Medarot lore. Alright, so now comes the fun part with the hat. You guys said you liked the sun moon thing, so... start on this side of it. God, what I really like the idea of, they tie it together. That's bad. Split the hat color. Like that. Gold color. Like that, basically. Sure, none of my lines are pretty solid. Okay, so you have unique personality. No females that do the auto bit. You would be surprised. You would be genuinely surprised. Because, reminder, they're sentient, so they develop their own personalities, and let's just say that if a certain personality does make itself manifest as they live with and around their Medarotter, I wouldn't be shocked if one of them does actually develop that. I mean, this is a friendly challenge and an exercise. I'm gonna have you guys right now on a separate internet tab. I want you guys to go onto the... Actually, what I'll do, hold on. I'm gonna give you guys the link. I'll stick it in chat for you guys. I'm gonna have you guys go check this out. And what I want you to do is on the search bar, I want you to look up Whip World and tell me what you think. And you will find that I am not kidding when I say that there are some rather unique designs present. I'm actually going to keep these bits as yellow. Like, when I first saw Whip World as a thing, I'm like, when I first saw it, I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Like how was that design greenlit? And then suddenly I find out, oh, it wasn't just greenlit, it was actually made into an official model. And I'm like, I really have no thoughts. I have no comment on it. I mean, like, there's a lot of things that would make sense as a model that you would think of immediately. Like, for instance, you'd have Succulus, who is a Succubus type. Or, another one that's an Incubus type. Stuff that's really generic or really easy to figure out and kind of expect would make a really creative but, you know, generic design that you'd see a lot of. And then you see Whip World. I'm like, I really hope that there's some in-universe explanation as to why they decided that one needed to exist. Through the game segment, yeah. I've actually played Girls Mission a little bit. I didn't clear it to completion. It's been a hot minute, but I have played it. It actually is very fun. If you enjoyed Medarot Duel and want something new, Medarot Duel is definitely for you. I think I would highly recommend it. And it gets a lot of flack because of the whole like fan service thing, which I get. But the one thing I want to point out is the fact that in order to actually get that said fan servicey moment that a lot of people like to give it, that they like to harp on it about, is primarily something you have to work for. Like it's not something that they're just gonna give you. You have to like genuinely work for it, and it's tough to do. Like they made it really hard to do in order to get that particular ending, quote unquote. Like, I think the requirements to hit what they called a hyper finish required you to, you had to first of all basically take not even a scratch the entirety of the fight. But then on top of that, you also have to have nearly killed your enemy already at this point, charge your metaphors to double what your what your max output is. So it's basically just that. It's a finisher. You're not meant to actually use it per se. And yeah, that's Whip World. And even the hyper finishers also have their own like special moments in there too. And it's like, how did this even get greenlit for half of these? Not for children. It's that'd be hard to argue, but I'd say compared to most of the others, yes. That's really the best way I can describe it. Is compared to most of the others, yes. It's definitely not going to be as the family friendly as most Medarot tends to sit at. It'd be like, I don't know, playing Super Mario on the Nintendo and then finding out about, you know, which is normally like rated E or E10 maybe, and then you find out, I don't know, Bayonetta exists somewhere on the eShop, and you buy it for your kid, thinking, oh, it's a Nintendo game, I think it'll be fine, and you realize Bayonetta is not on the same level as Mario, and you're like, what is this? So it definitely caught a lot of people off guard. Now, like I said, its combat systems are actually really fun. Like, if you play Duel, you can definitely get into Girls Mission very, very easily. And because its combat is basically one-to-one. But there's just a couple things you have to know going in, that's all. Don't like that, so I'm gonna... crossover with Mario. Believe it or not, a lot of people have actually joked around about that idea, and I would love to see it happen. Like, very genuinely, I would love to see it. It'd probably be the biggest break Imagineer, as with Medarot, would ever get. Probably even bigger than most of these collabs that we've had in recent. And I'd probably argue even bigger than the Go Nagai collaboration, which alone was huge too. It'd be just because of how much notoriety they would get being able to advertise as part of a Nintendo lineup. Man, Transformers crossovers might not be too far-fetched. Honestly, and you're right, you are 100% right. I would not be shocked if those opened the door and told Imagineer, or by proxy Nintendo, hey, this is a possibility that could exist. I would not be shocked, honestly, because it does create a very real idea in their minds that it could happen. Oh no, I didn't. I want to fix this line. I put on that. That's fine, I can fix it. What I might do... Draw that all in the gold layer? I did. That's fine. That's fine. Oops. What I'm gonna do is extend the hatch past the streamer, the baton on its own. For them to work. Go back. Alright, there we go. I got it. Alright, one more thing I need to do. I'll do another layer. Call this one I, not with. One crossover with Bayonetta. I don't know how that works. Honestly, I really don't know either. I think it'd be funny to see, just to see how people would collectively freak out, but, you know. There was a way I did the eyes on my personal ones I did a while ago. I'll double check how I did. I really liked how it looked. So it's a darker layer on top and then a lighter one on the bottom. Okay, cool. Check that. Back in the original cyan. Gone. Work with this, thank you. Like that. Cyan, it'll be the same thing. Crossover we need would be Common Rider. Oh, we talk about that one a lot in the server. Like, that one comes up in conversation almost every time we talk about the previous collaborations that that Imagineers had in Medarot S. And they have at least 2 or 3 different designs that are that are canon currently in a Medarot game. That would be like perfect fits as models that they could that they could introduce with it as well. In fact, if you guys are still on the Metapedia and look up Sweet. That's literally just his name, Sweet, S-W-E-E-T. He is a grasshopper type that was introduced in Medarot Navi, and he literally looks like he would segue into a Kamen Rider collaboration almost seamlessly. All right, I think we got ourselves an idea here. One more thing I want to do on here and see what y'all think. Extend this line over. Up the shape. guys are really intent on making this one female, which I'm 100% for, by the way. Alright, what do you guys think? One rider based Medarots. Oh, I think that would definitely happen too, honestly. Especially if they got the, especially if they actually were able to land that collab. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and kill tab 2 because I don't need it at the moment. Let's see what you guys are. Alright, so what do you guys think about this design so far? Ugh. Honestly, I really liked the direction you guys took with this. I have a couple more things I want to do with this before I'm this finished. Couple minor things. One other thing. Oh yeah, right here. Honestly, I dig it. I think this is a really neat design that you guys came up with. Albeit I had a part in putting it on paper, but you know, still, details. This one's all you guys, and I really like this. Like, I could easily see this as an actual design that's being used. Alright, and you guys can dig back up here in the chat. You guys had ideas for names too. Mask Eclipse, Eclipso, Gestra, Eclipa. I'll look back at that in just a second as well. Go ahead and kill that one. Here, color. Start working on bringing this one to life. Any other points I need? So okay, there were here on the finger gun. Honestly, I really like you guys picked the heterochromic design as well for the eyes when we did that part, because you don't see that a lot with a lot of models. Minus, of course, Cross Messiah, who kind of made it iconic. There's like maybe one or two other models, I think, that actually are heterochromic to some degree. But they almost never touch on it because they go for this kind of symmetry with the eye design or the facial visor. Which is fair, and it's fine, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to have that extra element stand out. And let's be real, if Medarots did exist like this, you would see people customizing just that facet alone to nobody's business. Like, you'd take a Metabee and give it blue eyes for someone, you'd take a Sailor Multi and give it, like, green eyes. You know, it'd be something theoretically super easy to do if it's just changing out or modifying an LED on a color. And honestly, I am 110% down for that. Like, for this customization feature, if it were real, I could easily see that happening, and I am 100% for it. Like, just imagine, just bear with me for a minute. Just imagine, like, if they did exist, and you bought, say, like, a metal beetle from the store, but you wanted to make it personable to you. So with the help of your folks or just yourself, if you know your way around an airbrush, designed a custom color for Metabee's parts and colored him, say, I don't know, blue. So he was blue and white instead of yellow and white, and that'd be 100% unique to you. Like it's your mod. It's the same parts, commercial parts that you'd find anywhere else, but it's your design. It's your personalized parts. A silver Sandro. That's a possibility too. Now I really like as well that they kind of implemented the color feature with the color chips in Medarot S, but it just doesn't really have the same feel because all you can really do is just modify a color filter. That's like really all it is. So you really can't do a lot with it. Now granted, I believe they did the same thing in Medarot 4, I think, with a filter system that just applied over the entirety of the bot, but I think there were even then still some rules behind it. In fact, one of my favorite things I love doing is when I see people draw like everyday Medarot art, like every day with a Medarot partner or whatever, I live for that stuff because it just looks so nice. But one of the people that I like highlighting from, Soazy, does a lot of that too, and he designed some alternatives. Some of my favorites were like kind of like a military grade Metal Beetle and Dorcas, which actually looked really cool, like with a whole bunch of like army greens and such. What are the ones on the hat, the flat color? I don't want to stand. That up in just a minute. Hindsight, I realized some of these suns are 5-pointed and not like 6 or 8, but I'll just say they're stars. I'll make it easy. No one has to know. Think, because I have a plan for the eclipse on the hat when I get up there. I'll color in these. Yes, first one. Sure. Get that right. I end up doing. Okay, cool. Let me go here real quick. Modify this one. Direction. Make that a little darker of a color. I can use this one. Proper black. Yeah, see, that's a whole lot better. Now I can use a darker, a proper black. Really has that feminine look. Yeah, which I think is what I'm trying to shoot for. It's actually also why I added the lashes at the end, on the tail end, of the, on the corners of the mask as well, to help really, really land that. Honestly, I have to say, y'all are super creative with these designs too. Like this, you guys are the same crowd, obviously, that helped design J-Plane, and a lot of folks really liked that one. The one thing I'm probably gonna make sure we do this time before we actually close out is once we finish with the design and get it colored and blended and everything, is actually put its explanation and its designs properly to paper, as well as part names, because if I were to enter this in a contest, we actually do need those. Not that they're hard to do, but you know. One thing I also noticed in hindsight that I did not do, like I did with J-Plane, was actually separate all the parts with this one, but honestly, I'm not bothered. Kind of let this design speak for itself. Sometimes, not always, people do that when they punch in their entries. Nice to have, but not like a requirement. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so far so good. Now, oops, here, that. Here's my brush size. Okay. So far so good. Might end up doing here for a little splash of color is add a little white down here. Color. That's fine. Easy fix, easy fix. Actually, something that you guys could probably do in the meantime while I'm working on filling this in is if you guys want to start thinking of ideas for part names for these, that would be amazing. Think of a name for each of the parts for the head, the right arm, left arm, and the legs. I really like the name Eclipse Jester. I've not had a chance to test it and see if I can fit that within 8 characters, which is kind of the only rule. But otherwise, if you guys just want to start tossing ideas for part names out, be my guest. Spring Bop Speed, Spring Spin. That's a possibility. Here's looking pretty good. The gold color. Bang bang for finger gun. I mean, it's simple, short, sweet. I have to say, too, just based on the generators, I'm looking back on it again, Long Shot, Mega Gatling, and Cross Shock all in the same kit is actually really nasty. Like, that alone is going to make this model an absolute threat and menace on the field, basically no matter what kind of fight she's in. And given the fact that she has reversal means that if there's a healer on the team anywhere, she's going to absolutely be cooking. Because basically every time she's healed, she gets a damage bonus. If she's by herself, unfortunately, it is kind of useless, but you know, that's honestly not that hard to really counter. Because the kit itself is dangerous alone, that its reversal's more of just an added bonus more than it's an actual, like, crux. New meta dropped with her on the field. Yeah, basically. I mean, even just Cross Shock alone makes her dangerous, because up until about 2 or 3 patches, a good couple months ago, it used to be so absurdly OP, and it still technically is, because it's a scattered hit, so you damage one part normally and then 2 others randomly for extra damage. But every hit is also guaranteed a critical hit on top of that. So even if it is scattered damage, which I usually tend not to grade very nicely for that reason. Cross Shock is one of those rare exceptions where it makes every hit and even the collateral hits count really well. And it wasn't until a few months ago they finally nerfed it because you could use it and get away with Cross Shock spam basically as long as you wanted. They made it to where now you can't dodge or defend once you use it, which is really nice, but it hasn't stopped people from using it. Because they're like, cool, I have a shielder on my team anyway, oh well. What the head can do. Head is long shot, so it's a standard shooting skill, but it gets a damage bonus relative to how far away the target is from this model. So if she barely outruns them to the center line, it's just going to be a regular conventional shooting attack, but the farther away they are, the more painful the shot's going to be. I probably should have brought that into consideration when I was designing the head, but honestly, you know, you could probably argue a gun out of that or some long-range attack pretty easily with it. Might take a little bit of explaining, but you know. So yeah, bottom line is this is actually a very dangerous model if alone on the field, and even more so if she has a friend. Especially if that friend is of the healing variety. Person. I don't think I'm gonna get too overly fancy with the shading on this one, but I might. I'll figure it out when I get that far. Skills. Well, you guys certainly picked some real zany colors for this. Now that I'm bringing it to life, I'm just saying. I think maybe out of all those colors, I probably suggested what, 2? 3 maybe, and those are usually the defaults like black and white. I feel the brown on the collar is a little of an odd choice in color, but given our motive prompt said silly, I'm not gonna argue it too much. There's just so much going on with this model, which is kind of the point. Make this darker. Add it. Vibrant. I kind of like the little bit flash. That's better. That's a little better. I like that better. We're at on next? Wow, we've been going on for almost 3 hours. Honestly, this might just be one of my longer streams yet because I really don't want to leave this one half done. I'd really be annoyed with myself if I did. So I'm probably just going to keep this one going until we're done. I only try to stay under 3 hours or around, but no. I'm having far too much fun with this. So here's another question I have for you guys as we're working on, as I'm trying to figure out names and such as we're playing with it. Do you think she should be part of the PIE series like Mad Juggler and Magical Piero, or you think she should be completely all to her own? Be on her own. Yeah, that's a possibility. Like, there's a couple ideas we could do if we left her on her own. Like, I don't think JST has been taken, but I'll need to double check on it. Music one. I nearly forgot that leaving it running in the background. But I might make that just a little bit darker of a blue while I'm at it. Let's see, I don't mind a bright blue, but I think that was just a little bright. Yeah. Modify a couple of colors that I... I think that other blue we had was just a tad bright. Which I don't mind, but you know, there's having a lot going on, and then there's like making your eyes bleed with it being so bright. I didn't really that one. I tracked him. Got all that. Up and Alright, I think that's the flat coat. Alright, what do you guys think after this has been colored in? Ouch. I'm gonna give you guys a sec to look that over while I'm repositioning because I'm getting stiff sitting in one place for very long. Ow. Very colorful, but I think that was kind of the goal. So I think we're doing well. Ouch. Okay. Uses bright colors to distract upon. Oh yeah, that's definitely a way to consider it. Let me see. Do I want to do flat or do I want to actually go in with it? Go flat. These where's my don't need to brush that. little big of the brush. Small. Something does. I got basically. Really should get back into Cloud 2. Maybe I'll do that next. A break from the art stream. Still got a bunch of farming I gotta do. That I really don't want to have to. Really don't want to do any of that off. Takes away from me hanging out with you guys. Let a lot of people camp out, but. No. See, since I realized and double checked my schedule before I hopped on stream, I am only working a short shift tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll host a shotgun stream and play some Dark Cloud 2 if you guys want to hang out again. It'll be on a Monday though, well, tomorrow, which is Monday, so not sure if you guys will be able to tune in, but you know. Man, 3 Dark Cloud 2 songs in a row, that has to be a sign. Being completely honest, I actually really do like streaming now that I've finally gotten into it with a kind of a rhythm and a pattern. And I really wish I could do it more. I just hate my work schedule sometimes, you know? The way my work schedule is, I need to stay loaded up on hours because I have this thing called bills that exist. Alright, 4 Dark Cloud songs. Really, either I'm running toward the tail end of my playlist, which is usually only designed to last a little while, not 4 or something hours, or this is obviously a sign that I need to play Dark Cloud 2 again. Of which I most certainly will not complain. I always love playing that. Make a email about female Medarot. No, honestly, I probably won't be messing with that whole like smash or pass thing. Like, being completely honest, it's not really my cup of tea. Never really cared much for those anyway. Like, if someone else wants to do it on their stream, that's fine, because it's, you know, their stream, their rules. But not really something that I'd probably be bothering with. I don't know, I just never really saw a lot of the charm in them. Like, I remember a while ago, there was this whole thing about some of the bigger content creators I saw, bigger as in like 10K or more, and Like a while ago, I saw was when I was watching that wanted to do like a VTuber Smasher Pass thing, like on stream, and they would do it on stream. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like it'd be nice for some engagement, but honestly, I really don't see those as much more than just like content bait. Like I'm not gonna judge other streamers for it because if that's the kind of thing they do on their channel, that's fine. But I just never really saw the charm with it. It's just something that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like unless you're planning to have someone on the channel with you to do it and just like make it a friendly discussion, it just never really made sense to me. Call me weird, but I'll stand by my convictions. Seems odd. It's people doing on Pokemon, not humans. Yeah, like, oh boy, that's a whole nother topic right there. Like, kind of things people do with those kind of streams. Like, I saw Markiplier do one on his, ages ago when he did that one of like the whole Pokédex, and I'm like, I watched it because I was just curious for the lulz what he would have said, and being completely honest, I wasn't at all shocked at half his choices. But like I said, me hosting something like that? No, probably not. To me, it just kind of feels like content bait. It's kind of low effort at that. So, not really something I don't think you'd see me do very often. With Pokemon, that was popular. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I see a lot of people doing it with like celebrities too, which is also a really popular thing. But like I said, it's there. Like I wouldn't say it's anything that's like really worth writing home about for content, but like I said, people do what they want on their channels. I'm not gonna judge or criticize them for it because what they do on their channels is their business. And I see a lot of streamers doing that, or even some of the famous ones, that's their call. It's none of my business. So. Yes, I am actually at the end of my playlist. That explains why there was all the Dark Cloud altogether. Alright, well I guess I'm just gonna start this back up. Let's see. Start up this one. Just something to keep. Just something to keep. I'm more than certain y'all probably don't want to hear a 30-minute loop of the world revolving. Like I said, I don't want to risk playing that and getting in trouble because, you know, daddy YouTube or whatever. And again, I am playing Super Robot Wars music in the background right now, but come after me yet. Probably also because I'm not monetized. I'm more than certain if I got monetized, they'd be breathing down my neck for something like this. I'd love to have my own music made, but I'm poor. I can't afford it right now. Plus, I see a lot of the people that charge for music, it's like, you know, and I'm not saying this like I think it's silly, but it's usually like 100 something, you know, like 100 something or more per minute. Especially if it's like a looping. And I'm like, as much as I want to, because I think it'd be nice, I just can't afford that. Oops. Night Raven. Hey, Night Raven. Good. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, say that about does it. What do you guys think? Oh man, my shoulders are stiff again. World, mechanic or engineer. Honestly, I would love that. That would be like a dream come true if that were possible. Like that's probably why I strive so hard and I keep making these constant comments like if only, you know, like Imagineer would acknowledge me or whatever, because that'd be like a dream come true. I would honestly love to be some kind of like tinkerer or engineer that works on these designs or refines them or fixes them or whatever. I would love that. Like that'd be like the dream job for me. So let me kill these real quick. Well, that one. That one. That one. Let me check and see how my colors are looking, make sure I don't have those in. I'd like to make it a point that my colors stay pretty consistent and thick. Always little bits like this I end up missing. As I think about it, it's probably one reason why I fight so hard whenever every time Imagineer announces a contest or something and they have all these fans come in. Like, I would love nothing more than a design that I created to be made official, because it would show, well, first of all, not just the excitement that I'd be able to have one of my own designs made canon, but it's also the fact that, you know, despite being an entire ocean, well, you know, more or less an entire planet apart, you know, I'm still doing what I can for a community and for a game that I love, and kind of also showing that, showing the Western community and them, hey, we're here. We'd love to see it back again. When are we getting it back? But, you know, I think in the previous contests are usually pretty strict. Like, you have to be within within certain provinces in Japan and such, which makes sense ultimately, but it's still kind of a real downer because, you know, we have so many talented people in the community here west side and don't really get their chance to shine a whole lot. So let me see. What kind of colors would I want to shoot for? Let's just take a swatch. I'm gonna get rid of this because we need it. Put this down here just so I can. Alright, so what should we do for the background? Space theme. I'm figuring something like that. Crosshair. I never really mess with this. Alright, let's do... the gradient. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave that background as is. I don't need to complicate it. Alright, so what are we gonna do for part names and the design? We already decided that we're not gonna make her part of the PIE series. So what do you guys think? JST, MSQ, Masquerade? I think MSQ would be kind of creative, but I want to see what you guys think. Check something else here. MSQ. I also like that idea too. MSQ. It's really creative. So we're gonna stick with that. Q. Okay, what was the name you guys keep suggesting? Bill. There we go. What name you guys came up with way back up here in chat? Let me... Eclipse. Not that far. Ask Eclipse. That was it. Take a look. Oh, what do you know? If it's 8 characters. Alright, whose idea was that? Evany, that was your idea. That was your idea. Mask Eclipse it is. Great. I can write that a whole lot better. Let us leave it. Ask. Alright, let's see. Alright. You guys said for the ideas. Right arm, you said you wanted to be called it Bang Bang. I can spell it. Make this small. So this was Mega Gatling. I'll write that all in later. Left arm. What did you guys say you wanted the left arm to be called? Got a really good idea here, chat. Osmond. There we go. You guys had a really good idea for those left. Fine, what you called it. Ring Bop. Let's call it... I'm gonna expound on that just a little bit. Stun Bop. Legs, you say? Bellsmond, bells, other diamonds, and chrome bells. Well, that's an idea. Chrome bells. I like that. I like that. Let's go with that. Alright, the only thing we need left is the head. What are we gonna call the head? Maybe something like Jester Cap, or possibly? What do you guys think? Masquerade. Masquerade mask. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, okay. Adjust. Jester mask. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could do Jester mask. Jester cap. Okay, that's better. Do cap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't really fit cap, unfortunately. That's 9 characters. Let me try mask cap. Try this. Let's do that. Do mask cap. This is... amazing. Alright, then write the English smaller. And legs, you said. Brown bells. Okay. Just about got it. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna find, go back to my generator real quick and check the codes. Actually write the characters for each skill. Where is it? There it is. Alright, long shot. Bang Bang we said was Mega Gatling. Bop was cross shock, said. I stick that. There it is. Okay, cross shock. Chrome Bells, we said, was Versal. Good. Yeah. One more thing I gotta add to this. Alright, there we go, guys. What do you think? Say we have ourselves a finished design. Hindsight, as I'm looking at this on stream, I probably should at least put some kind of overlay in the chat so it's not blocked when I do art, but oh well, that's fine. I'll do that. Oh well, hindsight's 20. Way. I think you guys did great. I think this is a really creative design. You guys basically took the idea and ran with it, just like you guys did with J-Plane. And honestly, I have a lot of fun doing this. I wouldn't mind doing this more often, because we've already created 2 designs in like 2 weeks. And they're both entirely unoriginal. They're entirely original, brand new, never before seen, and the kits are completely unto themselves as well. These are these exact kits you will not see on any other model that exists currently. So I think you guys did a really good job. I had fun with this, and I think you guys should go ahead and pat yourself on the back that we were able to do this. Much like it was with J-Plane. Much like it was with J-Plane, I'll go ahead and post this one as well on Twitter once I close the stream. But honestly, no. Like I said, this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed I enjoyed doing this with you guys. Let me see here. OMG got a new house. All right, nice to see you pop in, Secrets. Thanks for stopping in. I am actually getting ready to go ahead and wrap it up here though, because I have been streaming now for about almost 4 hours. Yeah, I'm kind of worn out, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut down my music for now and keep that going. Let me see. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really had fun doing this with you guys, and I'm looking forward to doing this more often. Like I said, I'm probably going to be hosting these art streams like this a whole lot more often because we know we have a lot of fun with the generator, and it's going to be something completely new every time. Um, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for tomorrow because I have a light day for work, so I don't know if it's going to be another art stream or if I'm just going to do more Dark Cloud 2. Um, I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but it'll probably be a shotgun stream, and you probably won't hear much about it until you see it on Twitter. If you follow me there, cool. You'll keep up to date with that anyway. Very likely, if I do host a stream tomorrow, just to kind of give you guys just a little bit of a time frame, it'll probably be sometime after about 6 o'clock Eastern time, 6 p.m. EST. So it'll be relatively later in the evening. It may go for about probably no more than 3 hours, really. So I don't want to try to shoot another super extended stream like this again if I can help it. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. It'll be sometime after 6. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think uh, Eclipse Mask right here was honestly really well done. Actually, let me write that as well here, just so I have it. 'Cause it's gonna bug me that I don't have the EN name on here. So I have the name on here at quick glance. But no, it was a lot of fun. You guys did a really good job yet again, coming up with a really creative and original design for something else. And like I said, much like it was with J-Plane, I'm probably gonna drop this one in the next contest and see where it goes. But with that, I am probably gonna go ahead and kill this stream now and go ahead and fade us all out. So yeah, I had fun. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. And until next time, this is your host, Kuura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.